Well, the BBC is facing a storm over its reporting of US President Donald Trump after a leaked internal review accused the public broadcaster of completely misleading viewers with a heavily edited video. As the controversy deepens, the White House, already locked in battle with much of the American media, is turning up the heat on the British national broadcaster. Here's how the footage looked before and after the BBC edit.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
Joining me now from London is Talk TV host Mark Dolan. Mark, who's getting sacked for this?
Well, if only heads would roll. At the moment, the Director General is still in post. In fact, he's in hiding, as are the Board of Governors of the BBC. Your viewers will be astonished to hear, James, the British citizens pay in the region of $360 a year for the privilege of watching the BBC. If you own a TV set, you have to pay the license fee. You go to jail if you don't. And what we're doing is paying for political propaganda. Some on the left have suggested that this was an oversight, it was an error in the edit. Far from it. This was politically motivated, and the proof of that is that the two parts of Trump's speech were many minutes apart, in the region of 40 minutes apart, and they used some background footage to cover the edit points so that viewers would be under the illusion that Trump had made those remarks sequentially. It's a huge scandal. It's a diplomatic incident because now the White House has stepped in and are describing our national state broadcaster as fake news BBC. And James, who could disagree with them?
Well, you couldn't disagree at all. I mean, it's worse than fake news. It's absolute propaganda and lies. And it's not just in relation to Trump. This leaked dossier talks about the fact that the BBC have actively favoured Hamas propaganda over Israel. And even in the reporting of things like gender ideology, they have manipulated reporting so that it's very one-sided. How big, I mean, we can sit here and be all outraged by it. How big is this scandal in the UK? And is it the sort of thing that will result in dramatic change at the BBC, or will it ultimately just sort of be brushed over and we'll just move on and the same thing will keep happening?
No, I think, James, that the BBC is dying a slow death. First of all, the aforementioned license fee, which is a colossal amount of money, is no longer justified. It's the network, the BBC Radio TV, is institutionally left-wing. It is absolutely in the grip of woke ideology, and the public have had enough of it. They don't want to pay to be lectured, and they don't want to pay for, as you've rightly described, material and footage, which is propaganda, which is a pack of lies. So first of all, the funding model for the BBC is in peril. People are actually voting with their feet. They're not watching the BBC. Many don't pay the license fee. Our last Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, has actually said, send me to jail. I'm not paying until they've sorted this mess out. And as you said, it's not an isolated situation. You've got the gender ideology which is being peddled, which is social engineering. So they've had lots of storylines in the soap operas about how great it is to be trans. Fine. Listen, James, it's a free country. You know, if you're a guy and you want to identify as Sheila rather than Bob, then good luck to you. But what you can't have is the BBC peddling a narrative that somehow, you know, this is public opinion, that there are 100 genders and that you can wake up in the morning and decide, I'm a lady today. Now, that's the messaging of the BBC. That's completely wrong. And gender-critical feminists, those are the people who think there are just two sexes, they've been silenced.
Yep.